All right, happiness is simple. Besides the obvious thing that makes people happy, like the gospel of Jesus and family, some things that make me so happy are my chickens, my garden, and my yard. They make me smile. Since I was a little girl, I have loved mowing the lawn. We had 3 acres at Mapes Road that Dad mowed every week. He worked all day, then came home to mowing his yard. He never complained about it, so it must have been a release for him after working with some of the hard people he dealt with every day. When I was in 5th grade, I decided I would help Dad mow the lawn. I watched him from afar to see how he did it. And when he was at work, I mowed a section of it for him. He made such a big deal of it that my desire to mow the yard increased. Of course, I also liked doing it. Every week, I mowed as much as I could before he came home, so he'd have less to do himself. I did that in my young years, loving it all the time. But then I became a teenager. After a while, Dad bought some horses, and every week he staked the horses in the yard, and they ate a large swath of the lawn for him. They made up for what I didn't do anymore. The love of mowing has never left me. I'm always disappointed when someone else gets to the lawn before me. Gardening has been an interest of mine for many years. I've planted so many gardens and have had so many failures. Oh, I'd get a tomato here and there, and occasional zucchini, but not very many, and occasionally I'd have success with radishes. I never had the lush garden I wanted, but I kept trying until I finally figured it out. I've taken master gardener classes and square foot gardening classes that have helped immensely. I dutifully attend to my garden every day, watering and weeding, thinning and harvesting. Now I get between beautiful cabbages, radishes, plentiful zucchini, lush green beans, cucumbers, and hundreds of tiny tomatoes. I plan the garden months in advance and plant seeds in February or March to transplant in late spring. I rotate and have multiple plantings. I work to perfect the soil with my own compost. It's joyful and satisfying to me. Another love is my chickens that are great at taking care of home leftovers and overripe garden produce. I get a thrill out of sitting with them on a bench, stroking them and having them jump up on my lap for an extra bite of love, or extra bit of love. I look forward to collecting the eggs every day, keeping the coop clean, feeding them extra scratch, and watching them run to me when they see me across the lawn. They each are named, although I get them mixed up often. They also have unique personalities, some being much more friendly than others and much less scared of me. The rooster has made things interesting because he protects the flock and also makes sure each of the chickens get part of the scratch I toss out every day. He's a protector and a provider. My lawn, my garden, and my chickens mean so much to me that I hope I never have to leave my home. Sometimes when loved ones are concerned about me and want me to live a simpler life, it pulls at my heartstrings to think of giving up my chickens and living without a lawn. In fact, it makes me sad. My Grandpa Potter, the kindest, gentlest, and most honorable man, lived in his home until he died. He was crippled with severe arthritis, so he had to crawl up his stairs to get to his second-story bedroom each night. In the morning, he stood at the top of his stairs, turned around, and crawled back downstairs on his hands and knees every morning. When I think of leaving my house, I always think of Grandpa Potter, and I think I'll crawl up and down my stairs to keep my place. I'll leave my chickens and garden when I'm called home. And here is a picture of Mom's chickens right by the shed and the coop. That's it.